So everyone and their mother has talked about this, but hey, Komano is out. At least his drip marketing is, and he is our next A rank agent. The character that has been in the game since 2.0 and has had more screen time than both Yuzuha and Alice, has had more screen time than a lot of other S ranks like Bernice, is our latest A rank. And they really wonder why they say men don't sell, even though Finon has completely thrown that out of the window. Treat the men well and they will sell. Love in Deep Space, another example. Come on. The entire premise of men don't sell is absolutely fucking bullshit, and if you actually treat them properly and build them up, you will have a man that sells. I mean, look at Lido. He didn't sell. You put him right before Miyabi's banner. Obviously, he's not gonna sell. If he was in like 1.2, he would have sold. If Hugo wasn't in fucking the banner right before the anniversary, he would have sold. And even then, I mean, Hugo is still a fan favorite. It's just the problem was that they put his banner before anniversary, before Yishuan, the Void Hunter level character, and people will take Kamino as A rank and they'll like try to put a positive spin on it, and they'll be like, hey, look. Kamino as an A rank means that he'll be more accessible, guys, except kind of, not really. You eventually get his M6, at which point he will be usable. Because everyone knows A ranks and 4 stars are absolute dog shit without their M6s. That's why tier lists like Plidwin and stuff always put the A ranks as M6. They're basically useless outside of M6. And they'll and then they'll also just be like, hey, this just means you can get him easier. You're like guaranteed to get him, which is like kind of true. Like, yeah, we are technically guaranteed to get him, but um they act like, oh, now you're like basically guaranteed to get him, right? And it's like, eventually, yeah. Again, this isn't eventually you will get him. Except I don't want to eventually get him and have him be usable. I want him usable when I get him. Because there is a high chance that on 2.3 banner, I'm not going to get him M6. And like, yeah, maybe I can still use him. Maybe he is a 4-star that is strong at M0, which will be absolutely amazing. But I'm sorry, the likelihood of that actually happening is crazy to none. Another problem is like the only actual good thing that comes out of Kamino being an A rank is the fact that basically everyone is gonna get his M6 all sooner or later. So yeah, hopefully we do get half naked fucking Kamino Manato at some point. Hopefully they don't nerf his Mindscape out. I'll be so mad if they do. Um, but even outside of that, like, I don't think people understand just the weight that an S rank has, because this has basically made it so that we are not gonna get a story revolving around Manato. We're just not. We're not gonna get a story revolving around Manato. Harumasa's story was so fantastic that it turned a bunch of people who didn't really care about Harumasa into Harumasa fans. I myself ended up doing the story and then pulling on his weapon banner and then losing the 75-25 on his weapon banner, but I was like, damn, it's fine. I'll still build out my Harumasa, which I did. And I still use him to this day because, not gonna lie, Soldier Zero and B just clears anything that's electric weak way too fast and it's too easy. But getting back on topic, we don't get a Manato story now. We don't get anything on like, oh, his background, oh, anything regarding his character. We're just gonna have to deal with hangout events. That's the most story that we're getting on him. So no, I'm sorry, no. Komano being an A rank is not actually good. And this isn't a case of, hey, everyone wants an A rank until it's their favorite character. This is a character that has been in 2.0 and 2.1. And you're telling me that he is a character while Lucia is an S rank? Whichever character is coming out next, unless it's someone like Zhao, the lad, I don't know how to properly say her name, is an S rank. Meanwhile, Manato, who has been in the story for 2 patches, is an A rank compared to these two characters who straight up haven't been announced in the story. Maybe a throwaway line at the end of 2.1 where they're talking about a bunch of people on the Spook Shack board, but Komano. Wait, is it Komano? It is Komano. I've been saying Komano since his reveal. My bad. So, like I understand. I understand like being like, oh, Komano being a rank is a good thing. Like, yeah, I've tried coping with it. I've genuinely tried coping with it. I've been like, hey, Komano being an A rank doesn't mean that he's gonna be bad. Hey, look at Billy and look at all of these other A rank mains, and it's just like, yeah, but the amount of effort that goes into making them viable is just insane compared to making an actual S rank viable. Like, let's go see like Lakuluk's one of Lakuluk's runs. Okay, so the main part of this that I want to see is the Palacus run because this is 32-second Palacus. Okay, 32-second Palacus. He has Lighter, he has Lucy, he has the Mono Fire team. But to be fair, Rocklook is crazy, so but I'm just gonna this is going to show the type of investment you need for this kind of shit. Just Jesus Christ, his Ben is actually crazy. I hate these A rank players because they constantly make me feel like, damn, I should build these A ranks. Fucking Lezzy, Lakuluk, these guys make me go like, damn, I should build Billy. I should build Ben. Like I just want to see like, okay, M6, M2. Hold up. M6. Not like first off, his Ben is W0 with Miyabi's weapon. His lighter is M2 P1, which means that's already a full cost here. Lucy Kaboom the Cannon, that's fine, but like to make this A rank viable, 32 seconds. Now, mind you, 32 seconds on Palkus is crazy. That is like god levels of efficient run. But I have seen Zhu Yuan's do this at like straight up zero cost. 45 seconds. My best clear on probably the most scuffed Miyabi team because I run Miyabi Chain is 1 minute. And that was a clear where I fucked up massively and still got it. But still, just saying like hey like Jesus Christ, I can't show that on screen. What the fuck? What the fuck? Again, M2 Jufufu with W1 Rolling Furnace. And then what is this? M2 Asa Yao with W1 Elegant Vanity. A ranks take so much investment to get the same amount of damage. It's abhorrent, it's crazy, it's stupid. So no, it's not okay that he's an A rank. That literally just puts him at a state where it is harder to use him. You either need optimized side disc sets because Lord knows he's not going to have crit in his core passive. Playing that he does, allegedly from some leaks, he's supposed to be a crit damage shield force buffer, but uh, like, come on, come on. Everyone knows that it just takes more effort to have an A rank be as viable as S ranks. Like like Lezi and Lakuluk make it look easy because they are genuinely cracked at this game. Donjin soloers in Wuthering Waves make it look easy because they are cracked at this game. Not everyone's a Donjin soloer. Not everyone's Lezi or Lakuluk. They are genuinely crazy. And that's why it's not okay that Komano is an A rank, even though all of the things that I've laid out, he's had so much screen time with Alice and Yuzuha, and even before they were on screen, he had screen time in 2.0. He doesn't get a story. He's harder to build. It takes way more pulls to get him to M6, which is where he is viable. Hopefully he isn't. Hopefully it's an earlier Mindscape where he is more viable. But again, it's just like I have coped. I have coped about him being an A rank enough that it has bubbled up to a point where it's like it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay that he is an A rank while two characters who have not been in the story at all take an S rank away from him. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the topic. That's like me trying to make all of these people who are like saying Manato being an A rank is okay. I'm trying to like give them light on why it's not okay. Or at least why we feel like it's not okay.